Hey everyone, I'm John Coogan, and I wanted to give you a quick update because I'm moving my content to a new channel. It's not really a new channel, it's actually the main YouTube account I've been using since 2010, and the reason I'm moving is because that channel actually has a verification badge. The story of how I got verified on YouTube with only 4 subscribers is pretty interesting, so I thought I would share it. But first, please go and subscribe to that channel since I won't be posting any new videos here anymore. I also just put up a new video over there that dives into the origins of Reddit and how people are using AI to farm karma now, so please head over there and watch that. Now, the story of how I got verified on YouTube with only 4 subscribers. It all started when I commented on a random video and then someone replied to me asking how I was verified when my account was so small. I was confused by the comment and initially thought it was an error and that they were seeing something that I wasn't, but every time I looked at my account, I saw the verified checkmark next to it. Normally, you have to have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube to even apply for a verification badge, and there's no guarantee that you'll get one since it's up to the YouTube team to decide. But I definitely had one, even though I only had posted a few random videos and never applied for verification. I decided to dig in and see if it was an error and how I could have been verified with so few followers. As I was browsing my channel, I noticed that the channel had a custom URL, which is also odd because normally that's reserved for channels with over 100 subscribers. Which I just hit on this account, but with only 4 subs on the other channel, I shouldn't have a custom URL there. Looking at the URL gave me a clue as to what was going on. The URL was John Coogan Plus, which reminded me that 8 years ago, I was actually active on Google Plus, and it was common to add a plus to the start or the end of handles on that service. If you don't remember Google Plus, don't feel bad. It was almost an instant failure. The service launched in the middle of 2011 and was Google's response to the massive growth that Facebook was seeing at the time. They were worried that Facebook was going to take over the internet and eventually launch a search engine that would compete with Google directly. They figured that by launching their own social network, they could keep Google on top. The irony of all this was that Google already had 2 amazing networks, Gmail and YouTube. Although they don't look like typical social networks, they perform similar functions. They connect people through written and visual media and monetize via advertising. And YouTube is a huge moneymaker. In Q3 of 2020, YouTube brought in $5 billion in ad revenue, whereas all of Facebook brought in $20 billion in total, so they're not far behind. Google didn't need to launch a new social network in 2011. They already had a great one in YouTube. But I was a fan of Google products, and I thought that there was a possibility that Google Plus could be the next big thing, so I signed up anyway. I always enjoy trying new products, and when I do, I tend to dive into the features and settings as much as I can, and I think that's how I wound up getting verified. Back in 2011, social media was changing very rapidly. There wasn't much talk about fake news, but people still wanted to know that the accounts that they were following were real, so companies started rolling out verification badges. Twitter launched theirs in 2009, and Google Plus followed suit in 2011, but the Google implementation was half-baked. Essentially anyone could apply, and if you used the service regularly and uploaded enough information, you could get verified. I applied for verification mostly because it just seemed like part of the process of completing your account. It was just another section of the settings at the time, and I didn't mind sharing my personal information with Google or publishing my real name to the world. I actually don't remember receiving a verification checkmark at the time. It seemed much more like an account security process, the way Facebook might ask you to scan a driver's license to verify your age nowadays. But it must have gone through. Before Google Plus failed, they tried several growth strategies to get the platform to take off. They tried to get everyone on YouTube to link Google Plus accounts. This was really unpopular, but I didn't mind commenting with my own name, so I happily linked the accounts. And I think this is why the verification transferred. It's possible that the verification is a complete error and will disappear eventually, but I always say never correct an error in your favor, so I'm going to try and capitalize on it. Even if it goes away, I like the idea of having my main distribution channel connected to my main browsing channel, since it makes managing comments easier and I won't have to switch back and forth anymore. So Google Plus might have been a massive failure for Google and a waste of time to use, but at least I got something out of it. I'm really excited for the future of this channel. It's been really fun responding to all the comments I get from people who watch these videos, and I've been really happy with the growth so far. So please go and subscribe to the new channel. I just put up a new video over there, and I'll link everything below so it's easy to find. Thanks for watching and helping me grow this channel so far. I can't wait for what's next.